So this comes to us from the playlist. It says Kennedy, Michael Fassbender to lead Netflix series exploring Kennedy family from Another Round. Director Thomas Vinterberg. Yeah, and I've never seen Another Round, which I've heard it's amazing. So I want to watch it. That was the one that had Galen Erso, I think, in it. Whoever his name, I can't remember his name. So it goes on to say, we've learned today that Michael Fassbender and Oscar-winning Danish filmmaker Thomas Vinterberg has been tapped by Netflix for a new series, Kennedy, exploring the Kennedy family in an 8-episode family drama with Fassbender set to play Joe Kennedy. Kennedy will explore the triumphs and tragedies of the Kennedy family and hails from showrunner and executive producer Sam Shaw and is based on the Frederick Logvall novel JFK Coming of Age in the American Century 1917 to 1956. I'm really excited about this, by the way. It goes on to say, if you're not familiar with the patriarch of the family, Joe Kennedy Sr. was a businessman and America's ambassador to the United Kingdom. He was obviously entrenched in the world of American politics, alongside being a pivotal figure during the era of Prohibition, dealing with criminal syndicates as he profited from the bootlegging industry when the sale of alcohol was outlawed by the federal government. Of course, his sons and grandchildren would follow in his political footsteps and surpass him, as John F. Kennedy would become president of the United States, the first Catholic president, and like his younger brother, Robert Kennedy Sr., was a beloved politician that became victim of assassination. So it goes on to talk more about the Kennedys and so the producing team. Eric Roth, who did like Forrest Gump, and he's a big-time screenwriter. He's involved in it. So, yeah, I mean... Let's see, it goes on. I'm thrilled to be able to explore the saga of a family and a world and transition with Eric Roth, Thomas Vinterberg, and our incredible band of artists and partners at a moment when our past feels urgently present. So that's what it is. I don't really have like too many thoughts on this other than I love anything that has to do with the Kennedys because their family history and just everything that happened with that family is so insane. And that family, that dynasty of the family, I think that's going to be really fascinating to go into. And it seems like they're focusing more on Joe, the dad. Like there's been plenty of stuff done on, JFK and his brother, Robert Kennedy, and like Jack Kennedy. But Joe, who I believe is John F. Kennedy's dad, is going to focus on him, which I think will be a really fascinating take. I think that dude was I think he's very much an enigma. I think he was like hard to understand and people didn't know if he's a good guy or bad guy. So I think that this will be really good. My second point is Michael Fassbender. He is one of my favorite actors, and I think he's one of the most underrated actors working today, though I don't think he's doing a lot now. I remember hearing that he was like trying to focus on a career in like racing cars or something like that, maybe even like trying to get to F1. But I'm so pumped that he's coming back. Michael Fassbender, he played Steve Jobs, and I think it was called Steve Jobs. Jobs was Ashton Kutcher movie, I believe, and then Steve Jobs was the one with Michael Fassbender. And I thought that was one of the greatest performances I had ever seen. I mean, the way that he became and characterized Steve Jobs, whether it's accurate or not, I have no idea, like to who Steve Jobs actually was. But it was just... you have Michael Fassbender as like the person and the actor, and like you see him in interviews and other stuff. He was just completely different as a Steve Jobs guy, and I was like, dude, this is like he's just like doing a breathtaking performance. And I don't think he even got any nominations in the Oscars or really anything. And I always thought that was a shame because I thought it was such a underappreciated performance. So I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to watch it. I don't know when it's coming out, but maybe did they say 2026? I mean, things like this, it shouldn't take too long to film. So my guess is that it'll be 2026's. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. What do you guys think? Are you excited about this? Do you think that a series exploring the Kennedys and Joe Kennedy will do well? And are you excited that Michael Fassbender is playing that role? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and chat. Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. If you like that and you want to stay up to date with more movie news, go ahead and subscribe to the channel as we'll be keeping you up to date. And if you want to watch the long form podcast version of this, go into my channel, go to the videos, and then look for a video that is, 45 minutes to an hour and a half long, and that'll be the full podcast. Thank you so much, and God bless.